welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a highly requested video and it's all about postpartum hair loss. So I didn't really know exactly what route to go with this video, if I'm just talking about my own postpartum hair loss or some of my best tips and tricks. So I figured I would just encompass all of that in today's video. So I'm going to be covering like what postpartum hair loss is, when I started to notice it for myself, how I take care of my hair, how I prevent damage, what my hair care routine is, all of that good stuff. So this is a jam-packed video all about the best ways to take care of your hair after having a baby. So if you don't know what postpartum hair loss is, basically it's exactly that. It's just you losing a bunch of hair after you have a baby. When you're pregnant, you tend to accumulate a lot of hair. Everybody knows that like pregnant women have like this long, thick, gorgeous hair, and then the problem is that after you have the baby, you start to lose that excess hair. A lot of times people will end up losing more hair than just the excess that they grew during pregnancy, so their hair may end up being a little bit thinner postpartum. It may come out in clumps, it may come out in clumps in your hairbrush or just on its own. You also have a baby who's probably ripping it out. If your kid is anything like mine, he pulls out like chunks at a time. So there's all these different reasons why you could be losing hair, but primarily it's like a hormonal thing that's bound to happen postpartum. The thing is, it doesn't hit right away after you have a baby. So for me, I didn't start losing significant amounts of hair until about 6 months postpartum. You also start to get baby hairs, which is just awesome. So I have them right along my hairline right here, but I actually have them styled down, and I'll tell you how I do that in today's video too. But there's all these crazy hormonal hair changes that are bound to happen after you have a baby. Because you're losing hair, I wanted to cover how to promote hair growth in this video. So I'm basically going to divvy up the information about promoting hair growth and then preventing breakage and taking care of any damaged hair that you already have. So we're promoting new hair and then we're taking care of what's left or what we got. Now I am obviously a blonde, I color dye my hair, and so I've been focused on preventing breakage and taking care of damaged hair for years now. So a lot of these tips I'm going to share with you are actually things I've been implementing for like the last 10 years or so, just because it's a good overall healthy routine. And as I was thinking about my tips and how I go about taking care of my hair, I actually realized a lot of them are similar to how you boost your milk supply, or how you want to lose weight, or how you want to promote a healthy lifestyle. Basically, if you're taking care of your body from the inside out, it's going to help boost your hair production and keep your body as healthy as possible overall. So my number one tip for doing that and boosting hair production is to take your vitamins. I've mentioned before how I take a prenatal every day because I'm still breastfeeding, but I also take hair, skin, and nail pills. This brand, Spring Valley, I pick up at Walmart and it's like $7 or something like that. It's by far the most affordable I've seen and also the most effective. I swear by this brand of hair, skin, and nail pills. It's got biotin in it, it has collagen support. It's just great for boosting your overall like beauty, I guess to call it, just to sum up hair, skin, and nail pills. This stuff is like magic. I've taken it for years, and when I take it consistently, I notice significant hair growth, and I notice that I'm keeping the hair I have longer. I don't need as many haircuts, it's not breaking off, I'm not getting as many split ends. This stuff is just like gold. I also take biotin every day with my prenatal. Biotin is going to do all of those same things. It's also in a lot of prenatals, and it's also in these hair, skin, and nail pills. So if you're taking biotin and these, it's just going to double like the work it's doing. I did check with my doctor and he said it's totally fine to take those while breastfeeding too. If you're not a big fan of nasty tasting vitamins, because these ones do taste gross, I will warn you, they also make a gummy version that are so delicious. So I picked these up the other day and they've got like a little bit of a citrus flavor, I guess. You just take 2 a day and they work the same. I don't think they have quite as many nutrients in them. This is the nutrition label for the actual pills themselves. You can see it's a couple columns worth, and then the gummies have a little bit less, but they do taste better and they're easy to use. So I would get some of these, get yourself some biotin, take your prenatals. It's going to do wonders, and it's going to give you the nutrients that you may not be getting in your day-to-day meals otherwise. Along the same lines, you want to make sure you're drinking a lot of water. So if you are nursing like me, you're probably trying to drink a lot of water anyways, but if you're trying to grow your hair or keep your hair healthy, then drinking water is going to be a key as well. You want to just drink as much as possible. I've talked before about this formula I use to see how much I want to drink or how much I need to drink each day in combination with the coffee I'm drinking or tea I'm drinking, but really just like shoot for as much as possible. I like to get these reusable bottles and just know that I need to be shooting for like 5 of these every day, and that's about 100 ounces of water, and that's a really healthy amount for me. So after you've taken your vitamins, you're eating healthy, you're drinking water, you want to use a great shampoo or conditioner that's going to help take care of the hair that you do have left. This one is one of my favorite. This is the Joico K-Pack. I like this because it's great for damaged hair, it's great for color treated hair like mine. I also love the Aveda Damage Remedy. This is going to sound a little bit like an Aveda commercial because I love Aveda so much I will like shout it from the rooftops. I used to work for an Aveda salon, and so I've been using their products for years and I'm very, very happy to do so. Joico K-Pack is another great one for me. But find yourself a shampoo and conditioner that works best for your hair type that's going to promote repairing damaged hair, because that way the broken pieces that you have, if you do have thinner hair or if you've got a lot of broken pieces throughout, it's going to help repair that. One of my favorite ways to repair damage and just make sure that I'm really treating and hydrating my hair is to do a coconut oil hair mask. Now you can get all kinds of hair masks. You can get fancy ones for like 50 bucks at Sephora, but coconut oil is my favorite. It's a go-to, and I can get it for $3 on Brandless, so that's where I get mine. I know I've heard you can get it cheaper at the Dollar Tree, you can get it for $1, you can get it at Sprouts, you can get it at your grocery store for like $10 or so. TJ Maxx, you'll find big things of coconut oil. It's pretty much everywhere, but I like Brandless because it's $3 for this container and it just gets delivered to my door, so I don't have to think about it. The great thing about coconut oil is you don't have to heat it up, you don't have to do anything fancy. You just take a little scoop in your hand, rub it together, and the warmth of your hands will break down the coconut oil to a more oily substance. And then I run it through my hair and I really try and massage it into my scalp and pay a lot of attention to my scalp. Massaging your scalp is going to stimulate hair growth. It's going to stimulate all that little magic wonders. I don't know the technical terms, but basically it's going to stimulate your scalp to start growing more hair. It's going to condition it. It's going to give it a lot of moisture that it may be lacking, especially this time of year during the winter time. So I cannot say enough good things about it. Plus you can use it on your body. You can use it on your nipples if they're cracked and sore from breastfeeding. You can use it as like a cuticle moisturizer. You can use it as chapstick. Coconut oil is just like the wonder of the one of the wonders of the world, but it's a great hair mask. So like I said, I'll massage it in my scalp and really make sure I put it like root to end of my hair and specifically focus on my scalp and the ends of my hair. Sometimes I'll sleep in it if I feel like it, but otherwise I'll leave it on just for an hour or so and then I'll wash it out. This is like a guaranteed way to make your hair super silky smooth, and again, just take care of what you've got. Now when it comes to styling, a detangler and a heat protectant is going to be your best friend when you're trying to take care of your hair. This one by Dry Bar is what I've been using recently. As you can tell, it's like almost gone. I like this one because it's a detangler, but it's also designed to protect against heat use. So if you're going to blow dry your hair or curl it or anything like that, something like this is good to use. This one even has biotin in it too. It's got biotin, vitamin B and D, and UV blockers. So this is just a great like all-around product. I picked this one up once I was postpartum and I started noticing some of that breakage, and I truly feel like it helps. Plus it has like that signature Dry Bar scent, so I always feel like I'm getting a Dry Bar blowout when I do my hair. Aveda also has a really great one that is again a detangler and a UV protectant. You can find them from a bunch of different lines, but those two, the Aveda one and then this Dry Bar one, have been my favorite. And again, I like that this has the added vitamins, so I'm just adding a little bit more to my hair than I would with your typical UV blocker or heat protectant. This one by Kenra is another one of my favorites too. This is just a traditional like blow dry spray, and so I'll spray this on after my hair is combed out before I blow dry my hair. This one by Dry Bar I use before I comb my hair out because it helps detangle and it helps get out some of those knots, so you're not pulling on it so much with the hairbrush. Now speaking of hairbrushes, you also don't want to just use any old hairbrush because a lot of them aren't put together that well and they're gonna pull on your hair, especially if you've got a couple tangles in there. The wet brush is by far my favorite brush. I've been preaching about this for years as well. Mine have lots of blonde hair in them because I'm losing it because I'm postpartum. So I was gonna pull them out before this video and then I'm like, no, it's not real life. But anyways, I have a couple different wet brushes that I use. This one is just their standard like Wet Brush Pro. You can get these at Target, you can get them at Ulta. They're about $10 each and they're great for combing out your wet hair and not pulling on tangles. And then they also have ones like these that are designed for blow drying your hair, so the heat is then coming through the back of the brush and it's not damaging your hair as much. So I will use these in combination with my regular hair routine, and it makes a big difference when it comes to how much I'm pulling and damaging my hair as I'm brushing it. I would also recommend getting yourself some of these hair coils. So I've talked before about how these are my favorite type of hair tie because they don't damage your hair, they stretch out a lot, you can do a crazy messy bun, you can throw them in your hair and it's not going to pull, it's not going to snag. They're just like amazing. Again, you can get these at Ulta or Amazon. I'll have them linked down below. I have picked up a couple of these little boxes and they are the only type of hair tie I will use from now on. I will never go back to like your typical little thin scrunchies or anything like that because they just end up being a little more damaging than I would like, and these don't damage my hair whatsoever and they're just much more easy to use. So grab yourself some of these for sure. I also have to mention a hair turban. So after you've washed your hair, you put your product through it, before you blow dry it, a hair turban or microfiber hair towel is going to do wonders for soaking up excess water from your hair but not damaging it the way a typical towel would. So if you don't know, you really shouldn't take a towel and like rub it through your hair the way we see on TV. Like people who take towels and do that, all you're doing is adding extra friction to your hair and damaging it thus even more. So a microfiber hair towel is great because I can just flip my hair over when it's soaking wet, tie it up in this little hair turban. I keep it there for about 15 minutes and it soaks out a bunch of the excess water, and then I can take it out and comb my hair and add my products in straight from there. It's so much easier. I can get other things done while the turban is up in my hair and it's way less damaging. Those are also things you can find at Target, Amazon, Ulta. You can usually find them at TJ Maxx in the beauty section. They're really accessible and really affordable. You can get them for like $5 or $6, but it's something that is going to like be a lifesaver when it comes to how you go about drying your hair. It's going to make a really big difference with repairing that damage and just maintaining the hair that you already have. Two more products I wanted to mention that help a lot with repairing damage are actually both from Aveda, and they're both from their Damage Remedy line. So this is the Damage Remedy Daily Hair Repair. I've talked about this on my channel before as well. It's a leave-in conditioner that's super lightweight. So after I have combed out my hair and it's still wet, I will add some of this to just the bottom half of my hair. So just about from here down, and it helps repair that damage. It's clinically proven to repair damage by like 28 or 29%. It's crazy. I've used this for years though, and I buy it as soon as I am empty. I run out of this one, I buy another one. I usually have an extra one I'm stocked up on because it's that good and it's not going to weigh your hair down the way other leave-in conditioners would. So when my hair dries, I don't feel like I have product in it whatsoever. And then this one is a split end repair. So again, this is clinically proven to repair split ends, but it also helps maintain the hair that you currently have. So my hairstylist says that when I get a haircut, that's the time to start using this. So rather than when you notice a bunch of split ends and then you start using this, it's not going to do as much as you using the split end repair as soon as you get a haircut, because it's basically sealing the ends of your hair. So again, if you're losing a bunch of hair and you want to take care of what you have, this stuff will be really great to start working into your routine. Oh, and then one more product I wanted to mention when I'm styling my hair is Moroccan Oil. I use the Moroccan Oil Light because this is formulated for lighter hair, blonde hair like myself, but Moroccan Oil is just one of my repeated go-to hair care products because it's really light, it's really moisturizing, it makes my hair so shiny and so smooth. Again, I use it just like from here down, so just like the mid shaft of my hair all the way through the ends, and it helps prevent frizz, it helps repair damage, it helps just like smooth out my hair so my hair always looks really styled and nice and shiny and healthy, but even if it's not all the way healthy. So this stuff is just amazing. Again, it's been like a go-to, a holy grail product of mine for years, and I had to mention it. It is well worth the price tag on it, and you can use it with your hair is wet or dry too. So I'll use it when my hair is wet, when I'm out of the shower, when I'm doing all of like the Aveda products, products and sprays and things like that before I comb it out, but then I can also use this on day 2 and 3 when my ends are starting to look kind of dry and they're starting to look a little damaged. This stuff will help replenish them and will help them look nice and healthy and fresh. And then last but definitely not least, I gotta talk about the postpartum baby hairs because those are real. I recently took a couple pictures and forgot to put them down, and so I was just like amazed. I was like, oh wow, that's what they look like when they're not styled. But today I've got them styled and you can see how they just like sit nicely and you barely know they're there. So my secret lately has been this black vanilla edge control smoother. You can find like something to tame edges at any of those beauty stores I've been mentioning. This one I really like though because it's specifically for dry, dull, and brittle hair. It smooths edges, replenishes moisture, and adds shine, and it has aloe, honey, and nettle in it. So it's very natural, it's not too harsh, it's not too tacky, it's not too sticky. It's kind of like this gummy substance, and I don't even focus on using that much. I just take my middle finger, kind of rub it in there, and that's enough to smooth down those edges. I've also used my husband's pomade or some of his hair gel before, but that can end up looking a little thicker, and then sometimes it will almost leave like a little bit of a white residue because it's intended for guys to style their hair with. It's not intended for delicate postpartum baby hairs. Something like this is intended for those edges along your hairline. So I will just smooth it like this, especially on this spot right here and then this spot right here, kind of like the corners of my head, but you could use it on any of them, and when it dries you can't see it. It acts like a hair gel, but it's super gentle and it doesn't leave any kind of residue. So it's amazing. I had to share this stuff. I got it at Ulta and I'll have it linked down below for you guys. Alright, so I think those are all of my best hair care tips for postpartum hair loss. If you have any other questions or would like me to cover anything else, leave me a comment down below and I will be sure to put more information out there for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know any other requests you have, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!